if you saw anything.
We are the McLean brothers, and we are currently rowing halfway around the world across the entire Pacific Ocean, 9,000 miles, non-stop and unsupported from South America to Australia. Our goal is to set the speed record for the fastest human-powered crossing of the full Pacific Ocean.
On top of this, we're trying to raise £1 million for clean water projects. We're going to give it our all, so follow along and find out what happens.
Day 36. We're bloody flying along. Big Huey's on the oars, he's chipping away, but we've got a nice bit of current pushing us along. Very nice. No doubt it won't last, but we can only hope.
Just checking before we go and clean the hole. Any sharks?
Can't see any.
No, we're clear. We're clear.
There's risotto everywhere. No! Taking our chance.
The Pacific has rewarded us with some fish!
We've discovered that Ewan has a real newfound love of brushing his hair. He does it like twice a day now.
Oh, go back to brushing your hair. Bugger off.
Hello. Really tired throughout the night shifts last night. Got a couple months of this.
This little guy here is the autopilot. It's where we can control the course. If you press left or right, the boat goes one direction, and I've not figured out. I can tell you the bloody gauge of wire going to different components in this boat, but I can't tell you which bloody way the boat goes if you press one arrow or the other. Anyway, we discovered the other day if you put your phone up to it, it goes haywire. Look at this. Fucking all over the place. We think this is why the auto helm has been giving us issues. Usually we have the phones on this charging point here. We've been chasing our tails trying to figure out what the hell's going on. We think that's been the issue all along.
We discovered a bit of a problem today. We were making water and realised that the compartment that the water maker's in was filling up with water, and we tasted a little bit of it, and it was fresh water, so it was something wrong with the water making system. The storage tank that we have in the bow, under the bow cabin, it was leaking. So we've pulled everything out, we've drained out the water that was flooding into that compartment, and we've managed to locate a hole in our water storage tank that was obviously allowing the compartment to fill with water. Doesn't seem like much, but a tiny little nick. And once it gets to a certain pressure, it just starts leaking water out of that. That fills up the compartment. That then fills up the compartment there, and that's why we were seeing water, fresh water, fill up there. So we're going to make a repair here. We're going to try and patch this, stop it leaking, and then that should resolve the issue, we hope. It's a bit ad hoc, but tried a whole bunch of tapes, found the Solas tape, seems to hold. So thank God we've got a big bag of tape, and one of them worked. See how long it lasts.
My worry is when the water maker is starting to lay up slightly, and we've kind of said to them to have a stock of fresh water in case that does fall down. That unfortunately is probably the key piece of equipment which might end this row. It's things out of their control that could stop this, like the water maker or equipment breaking down or comms going down or something out with their control happening. And we're all just praying that that isn't something that happens, because that would be devastating for them.
Issues with the bladder in the bow cabin continue. We should be able to fill it with 30 or 40 litres of water. We've got pipes that run up and down the boat so that we can then fill water bottles and the jet bowl for food and rinse down. But it's also incredibly important that we can store water, so we can make water when the weather's good and store it on board. And at the moment it's just not working. We thought we repaired it, but it seems that it's still an ongoing issue. It is filled with water. Yeah, bugger.
doesn't get any easier. I can tell you that for free. It's not getting any easier.
So it's more gross foot stuff with me. My feet are shedding pretty bad. Just check the tracker, guys. Under 5,000 miles to go. Get me off this boat! There are definitely times out here when it can go from magical to pretty hellish in a very short space of time. 1, 2, maybe 3 things go wrong and it really feels too much. And something that I've been trying to do in those moments, which has been really helping, is it's just go for a tea break. Not literally go for a tea break, because making a cup of tea out here is pretty difficult, but I'll just go to the front or the back of the boat, I'll look at the horizon and I'll just take a moment. You know, I'll focus on my breath, take a bit of still, try and center myself and remind myself, you know, why we're doing this, the impact that this is going to have in Madagascar, and that seems to just really help.
When we're at sea, we might be rowing for 12 to 14 hours per day. But that said, we are going to have clean water that we'll be able to drink plenty. We'll fill up our water bottles and drink. And that is so essential to us being able to survive at sea. You know, if we didn't have the water maker, it would be impossible. Ocean rowing has really enriched our appreciation for how lucky we are. Millions and millions of people don't have access to this most foundational necessity that we all need to live.
Take me through what's going on here.
Okay, so as you can see,
I think it's a dirty pair of boxers.
as you can see, my feet are in bits. So they're not dirty. They have been worn, but then they got rained on. So they're not clean. Let's try and change things up because the current system is not working for me.
There are just 204.
Fucking hell. Get your act together. Get your fucking act together.
There are just two. Come on, don't let's stop.
3, 2, 1. And then...
This is the smaller 10-litre bag that's going to be our temporary fix whilst we figure out what to do with this bigger one. We're working for now. We can make water, we just can't store it anywhere.
So I think we've got kind of 2 main options to basically cut a section of this, so we've got a bit of PVC material and then try and bond that to the outside. Better if that was on the inside, but the problem with that is we can't get in to clean it. The other option is just to cut into the bag, so literally cut the entire length, cut all the way down here, put the adhesive in and then clamp it. Hopefully that'll be strong enough, but again, it's a big risk because if we cut the bag open, you know, we're ruining our primary water tank. We've got an emergency jerry can, so a foldable jerry can. It's a bit of extra weight to carry, but if the spare water maker were to go, it just gives us a bit of a buffer of time. Hopefully we don't need to use it.
It's hot. It's always going to be hot. We've come to terms with that. We've got a routine around it. It's kind of hard. I'm not used to this kind of weather back in Scotland. It's cool and wet. We're just grinding on the oars. We're just waiting for the Marquesas. Estimated arrival there, 9 days. 9 days till halfway. Just got to keep our heads down till then.
Get back to the oars.
Get the peanut butter.
That's great, Ian. Have you got grease in?
Some big dolphins just off our stern.